Hello everyone. On behalf of the IEEE Microwave Theory and Technology Society Student Branch Chapter, as a faculty advisor, I'm delighted to welcome you all to this grand inauguration session. The University of Dhaka is one of the oldest and largest university in Bangladesh, and the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering started its journey in 1965. Although the IEEE Student Branch Chapter of University of Dhaka was formed in 2016, I personally believe the establishment of the IEEE MTT-S Student Branch Chapter marks a significant milestone for our university, and this student branch chapter will provide a platform for students, researchers, and faculty members who are interested in the areas of microwave theory and technology to come together, learn, and collaborate on exciting works. During this inauguration event, we are honored to have some distinguished guests as our speaker who will share their insights into the latest advancement in the field, also inspire us and also guide us to grow this particular student branch chapter. And I'm honored to welcome all of the respected guests. So far, I am seeing like Dr. 𝐵𝐿𝐻𝐿 Chattopadhyay, who is a senior scientist of the NASA JPL, joined us. I'm expecting rest of the guests will also join. At this point, I would like to request Syed Dohauddin, who is the chair of the IEEE MTT-S Student Branch Chapter, to provide an overview of the newly launched society. Syed Dohauddin.
Hello everyone. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed guests and our faculty advisor for joining this event. I am Syed Dohauddin, the current interim executive committee chair of IEEE Microwave Theory and Technology Society Student Branch Chapter at the University of Dhaka. Today marks a great occasion for all of us as we inaugurate our Student Branch Chapter and also introduce you to the very first executive committee. For those who are joining us for the very first time, IEEE is the largest professional and technical organization which works towards the advancement of technology for the betterment of humanity. Microwave Theory and Technology Society is part of a specialized group that focuses on the advancement and exploration of microwave theories and technologies in different fields, such as medical technology, radar systems, spatial exploration, and wireless communication, etc. The Microwave Theory and Technology Society currently has over 11,000 members and 190 chapters worldwide. From its establishment in 1952, for more than 70 years, it has been working towards advancing the professional standing of its members. Now, I'd like to talk a bit about how our student chapter was founded. From encouragement of our faculty advisor, Dr. 𝐿 Mahmood Mamdul Islam, I, the chair, filed a petition. The petition was signed by only 6 members who were the part of Microwave Theory and Technology Society at that time. After it was granted in 6th of July, we started our activities with 1 graduate student and 5 student members in our committee. We also had Sheikh Mahmoodul Islam as a senior member as our faculty advisor. Currently, we have gained 22 members over the past month, and of them, 13 are now part of the executive committee. We hope to increase these numbers in the upcoming months as well. Now, I have the extreme honor to present to you the interim very first executive committee. I have already introduced our faculty advisor, Dr. Sheikh Mohammad Mahmoodul Islam, and myself as the chair. Mohammad Shafqat Hussain is the vice chair and Mohammad Nijamuddin Tanim is the secretary. They are both studying masters at the Department of Tripoli in University of Dhaka. Saurav Kumar Pramanik is our treasurer, who is also currently studying at the Department of Tripoli in University of Dhaka. He is a graduate student member. We have also added publicity secretaries, program coordinators, graphics designers, and webmasters so that we can host a variety of activities and events throughout our tenure so that people can join and collaborate with us. I know that the success of this interim committee will not be judged by our efforts alone, but also from the participation and collaboration from all of us. So I'd like to invite every one of us to participate in our future events and enjoy the event today. I'd like to also thank you, the guests who have joined us in our inception of the Student Branch chapter.
Looks like Doha is disconnected. Anyway, thank you, Doha, for your nice introduction. At this point, I would like to officially inaugurate the IEEE MTT-S Student Branch Chapter of the University of Dhaka. And let's have a big applause. Now I would like to request our guest speaker, who is the chair of the 2023 IEEE MTT-S, who is the president of 2023 IEEE MTT-S, Professor Nuno Borges de Carvalho. He received the diploma and PhD degree in electronics and telecommunication engineering from the University of Aveiro, Portugal in 2000. He's currently a full professor at the University of Aveiro, and he's the president of 2023 IEEE MTT-S. So without any further introduction, I would like to request Professor Nuno for providing his valuable speech on this great occasion.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. It is really a pleasure to be here today. And it was a pleasure also to be in presence in your country some years ago when I was a DML. I really loved the trip to the country, so it was amazing. So let me, I will share my screen. Let me see if I can do it. I hope you can see my presentation. Can you see it? Yeah, okay, good. So first of all, as I was saying, thank you for the invitation to be here today. It's always a very and extremely good to inaugurate new chapters and also student chapters. So we have an amazing, and I'm seeing that 𝐂𝐚𝐳𝐶, our MGA chair, is also connected today, and it's really a pleasure to have so many chapters this year being created. It's really a pleasure, and thank you very much for that. And I hope we can support your chapter and we can support your local community as much as we can. So anything that you have an idea, talk to us and we'll try to see how we can accommodate that ideas within our society. So as was said by Dr. Sheikh, so I'm Nuno Carvalho. I'm the president of MTT Society this year in 2023, but I'm a professor. So when I'm not president, I'm a professor in the university teaching microwaves and enjoying microwaves. So let me, I have a very brief presentation to give you an overview of what is MTT Society. So the Microwave Theory and Technology Society this year have ExCom. So the executive committee of this year is myself. I'm the president. As said, Maurizio Bozzi is our president-elect. We have our secretary, Valentina Palazzi, and our treasurer is Kamran Gorbani. But behind these faces, there is a huge committee actually working towards the improvement and increase of microwave knowledge and microwave activities. And this is the standing committees that we have this year. As you can see here, we span from education, awards, meetings and symposium, publications, electronic and information. And you can see that we are quite well spread around the world. So we have colleagues from, I will say, most parts of the world, from Asia, Europe, US, Australia. So it's really a huge amount of colleagues actually collaborating with the MTT. And this year specifically, we have 3 ad hoc committees. So just for you to know, an ad hoc committee is a committee that actually lives for 3 years to specifically address one topic. And the topics that we select this year is the young professionals. And that's why I was saying that student chapters are very welcome this year. Well, all years, but this year I'm pushing that. But also the activities for young professionals. And if you have ideas for young professionals, please send it to us, send it to Sarah, which is the chair of this committee. We have a new committee called Diversity and Inclusion, where actually we are addressing several issues, from how to address different parts of the world, especially the parts of the world where we have less members and how we have less members. Let's try to understand what is the issue there. We are addressing the issue of female-male percentage. We are addressing several other issues that are very important within the diversity inclusion. This year, our share is 𝐁𝐫𝐚𝐧𝐝. And this year, we also have a new committee, which is called Industrial Engagement. So if you are working with industry, please join us. Please join MTT. Send us your ideas. We have some proposals this year. In some of the conferences, we have now industry panel in all conferences. So we want to know what the local industry and the worldwide industry is doing. And this year is being managed by Debabani Chaudhary, which is very well managed this type of activity. So as you know, we changed our name. So we were used to be known as Microwave Theory and Technique Society. Starting January 2023, we are the Microwave Theory and Technology Society. And you can ask why MTT changed the name. Well, MTT changed the name because most of the time we were focused on RF devices and components and fundamentals of electromagnetics. But as the world evolves, MTT also evolved. And we start to see that radio systems, wireless systems, microwave systems are also systems and applications. So we are also addressing systems. And systems means wireless communications, radar and sensing systems, wireless power transfer, well, and many others, radars and so on. So in order to accommodate that and also to accommodate more frequencies. So we normally say that we are the megahertz to terahertz community. So in order to accommodate this frequency span, we decide to go and we call ourselves the Microwave Theory and Technology Society. And in order to actually address all these points, we have several conferences around the world. You can see here most of our conferences, and the conferences spans, as you can see, in different countries. This year, in February, we start a new conference in collaboration with Antennas and Propagation in Africa. It's called IMAS. The first edition was in Egypt. Next year, we are going to Morocco. In Marrakesh. I think it's going to be a very interesting conference. And I want to address that in your area, we have MAPCON. MAPCON is actually going around India. And this year is going to be an Ahmedabad in December. And you are also invited to submit papers and to be present in that conference. I think it's a very great conference. It's also a conference in combination with Antennas and Propagation. So it's Antennas and Propagation and Microwave Theory and Technology. And I think it's a great forum. Last year, I think the numbers were rock high. And I hope this year will be even bigger so that we have a huge community addressing these topics. Well, this year also, we have a new journal. We have joined other societies. And we have a new journal on radars. It's called IEEE Transactions on Radar Systems. So if you work on this field, it's an opportunity for you to submit your articles to this new journal. And we had our letters. So microwave and wireless component letters, this year we changed the name. So this year it's called Microwave and Wireless Technology letters. So it's the same type of journal, which means that you need to submit 3 to 4 pages paper, but it's really different name because we want to accommodate the technology aspect in our letters. And of course, we have a multitude of other journals. The Journal of Microwaves is an gold open access journal. We have our brand and well-recognized Microwave Theory and Techniques transactions or Microwave Theory and Techniques. I think it's a very good journal where you want to put your extremely high novelties. And we have our microwave magazine, where I hope, for instance, we can do a column of this inaugurational activity if you do a column, if you prepare a small column saying that you inaugurate your chapter, send it to us and it's going to be published in the 𝐈𝐄𝐄𝐄 magazine for sure. So let me give you also an overview of the membership. So this was the membership in December 2022, 12,119, but I know 𝐂𝐻𝐚 did a tremendous job. So this year, at this moment, I think we are already in 12,500, more or less. And I'm almost sure that we are going to break our record this year in December. So hopefully December will be rock high in terms of members. And the membership division is, as you say here, I don't have the absolute numbers, but as you can see, I think outside US, we already have more members than inside US, and Asia is growing very, very fast. And the parts of India, Bangladesh, and so on is growing very fast. Also, it's very, very interesting from that point of view. Another important thing is that we grow our female colleagues from 7 to almost 11%. I think this number is a little bit higher now. But what I normally like to stress is that among students, we have around 38% of female students. And I hope we maintain this share in the future in our full membership. So we have to understand how we can maintain these colleagues, female colleagues, student female colleagues, as being our members for the future, so we can maintain this division as much as we can. So let me also say that we have a significant number of chapters around the world. You are our new chapter. Thank you very much for joining us. But as you can see here, this map is not updated, but gives you a snapshot of how many chapters we have around the world. In the meantime, we have a lot of new chapters being created, and most of the blue dots that you see in this image is a combination of AP and MTT. So it's a mix of microwave tuning technology and antennas and propagation. And since 2 years ago, we start $1 student membership, and I hope this will be forever. So we want to say to students, join us, come to us. And you can ask, why don't you make it free? Well, because if it's free, you'll click on the button and you'll never go there. $1 is, I think, the minimum you can ask for a responsible click, So that's why we put $1. The objective, to be honest, is not to get money from this. It's really to engage students in our community. And one thing that is being done also in the education committee, it will start hopefully next year. We are going to supply a nano VNA to all chapters around the world if requested. So this, I think, it's a good opportunity for places where you don't have a vector network analyzer. We are going to supply this. It's a very simple, very low-cost VNA, but allows you to do the basic measurements for microwave education. So allows you to measure scattering parameters, allow you to see how microwaves works. So this is going to be supplied next year to all chapters. When requested, more information will be sent to you soon on this. So again, I'm stressing that if you are a student, you can join us for $1. This is very, very good. And as you know, we and 𝐂𝐻𝐚 probably will talk about that. The chapters student chapters can receive $500 if provided for. I like the name 𝐂𝐻𝐚 tells this is pizza money. So for getting together to join everybody in the room and to talk about microwaves, this is right good. So what are the main advantages of becoming Microwave Theory and Technology Society membership? Well, you have access to all our publications online via IEEE Explore. You can have discounts on MTT-S conferences. The most important thing from my point of view, you can network with experts in our domain. And the people that you read in the books, probably they are part of our society. So you can talk to them, you can go to conferences. For instance, despite this being in antennas, but last week, actually on Monday, this week, I'm losing I'm traveling so much that sometimes I forget where I am. So, but this week I was with Balanis. You know, Balanis. Everybody that reads antennas probably read Balanis. So I was with Balanis. I was able to have a drink with Balanis. So this is amazing, and I think this is the main part of the activity that you can have in our by joining us. So we have discounts on books. You have, as said, discounts on conferences, and you can have access to a significant number of awards. And some of those awards I put them here. So we have around 10, 2-year cycles of 10 student members, up to $1,500 undergraduate, pre-graduate scholarship programs. We have 12 grants for microwave year fellowship. We have 2 grants for specific membership for colleagues working on the medical microwave fields. So it's a good opportunity. Don't be shy. Submit your application. Most of these grants goes around the world, so they are not concentrated in a specific country. They goes around the world, and you can get it. And I think it's a good opportunity for you all. So I think this is my last slide. This year we also create a Smith chart. So if you are a professor, if you are a student of microwaves, you know that you normally learn microwaves using the Smith chart. It's a very important tool for us. And we did not have a very high quality Smith chart available, but the Smith chart educational property rights was part of MTT. So this year we have in our webpage a very high quality Smith chart that you can download, you can print, and you can use it in your classrooms, or you can use it for your designs easily. And this was a very good step from the education committee. So I want to say also that as a chapter, you will be able to get distinguished microwave lecturers in your region, and they can travel to your region. So we pay the traveling, we pay the air flight, we pay the hotel. We normally ask the local chapter to pick the professor for, or the microwave engineer from the airport to the chapter. That's the only thing we ask. And these are faces of some of our distinguished lecturers. There are new ones that are not here yet that I need to update this slide, but feel free to contact the DML allocation colleague, which is Mohammed, and you will be able to actually allocate for 2024 one of these distinguished lectures to go to your chapter. I think this is a very, very good opportunity for you to receive one of these colleagues. So this ends my presentation. So again, congratulations for becoming an MTT-S chapter. It's really, really a pleasure to have you on board, and I hope to see you in the next conference and shake your hands personally. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, any comment, my email is here. Feel free to send it an email to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Nuno. Do you have any questions from our audience or any guest? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor Nuno, for your nice presentation, and I hope your continued support for our chapter. So at this point, I would like to request Dr. 𝐵𝐵𝐚 Chattopadhyay, who is a senior scientist of NASA JPL, and he is also currently chair of MTT-S membership and geographic activities. So Dr. 𝐵𝐵𝐚 Chattopadhyay is a senior scientist, as I already mentioned, at the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory. He received his PhD degree in electrical engineering from the California Institute of Technology in 2000. He's a fellow of IEEE, and he's a current chair of MTT-S MGA. So without any further introduction, I would like to request Dr. 𝐵𝐵𝐚 Chattopadhyay to speak a few words on this occasion. Thank you.
Thank you so much. সকলকে ধন্যবাদ। আমি বাঙালি, সেজন্য একটু বাংলা দিয়ে শুরু করি। I'm so honored to be here. I'm so glad that I think your student branch chapter is the first student branch chapter in Bangalore, in Bangladesh for MTT-S. I don't think we have any other student branch chapter in Bangladesh. So you are the first, and I hope that you won't be the last. So I need, we all of us need your help to actually grow the membership and spread the word of what we do, what you do, so that people can join us. Nuno actually talked very eloquently, and Nuno is very fortunate because he traveled to Bangladesh. I am originally from Kolkata, not too far from where you are right now, but unfortunately, I have never traveled to Bangladesh. So Rabindranath has a beautiful poem, দেখা হয় নাই চক্ষু মেলিয়া ঘর হতে শুধু দুই পা ফেলিয়া একটি ঘাসের শিশির ওপর একটি শিশির বিন্দু. That translates to, I know Nuno is listening in, it translates to that I have seen the world, but I did not care to take few steps from my door to see the beauty of the glistening dewdrop on the tip of the grass. So that is my, I am unlucky, I'm unfortunate, but I will be surely traveling to Bangladesh soon and meet you all in person. During the pandemic, I actually gave a lot of webinars in Bangladesh and talked to a lot of people. So it was an amazing experience. So Nuno mentioned that what MTT society, that Microwave Theory and Technology Society, provides to you. I'll give an analogy. I hope that will actually make sense to you all. So as a kid, all of our, we like playing soccer, football, and cricket as well. Suppose you like, playing football or cricket, then what is your ultimate aim? Your ultimate aim may be to play cricket with Shakibul Hasan, Tamim Iqbal, or Sachin Tendulkar, Saurabh Ganguly. Those are the names. Or in football, like maybe Messi, Ronaldo, and all people. If you are actually joining the field of microwave and antennas, then if the similar analogy is that you want to also interact and on the same, playing field with the big names that you have heard in that field. And this joining our society actually allows you to do that. Nuno was mentioning that he was, hobnobbing with Balanis. Similarly, you can actually come and join us and attend the conferences and meet who of all this, in these areas. So that gives you amazing opportunity to do that. Apart from all the other stuff that Nuno said. So I am the MGA chair. So what we do is that now that we have formed your chapter, immediately we are going to please ask for your funding, chapter funding. That comes every year, no strings attached. You are eligible, entitled to that money, $500. As Nuno mentioned, I actually call it pizza money. Maybe in Bangladesh, I should call aloo chop, piyaji, and coffee money, perhaps. You all can actually get that money. And just that is for get together, talk amongst yourself, get together, have a cup of hot tea, and talk whatever you want to talk amongst yourself. What is your future plan? Which direction you want to head? So this is about getting together, talking among each other, that what problems that we are trying to solve in your work, in your university. So that is the idea. Apart from that, you can actually organize some small events. You can have a workshop. Suppose you want to call someone that your neighborhood, or from India, from Pakistan, from Sri Lanka, in that area. So we ask for funding. You can get $500 up to more than that, even $1,000 will provide. You just ask for that funding. Give us a little bit of detail that what exactly you are planning to do. Maybe one-day workshop. You ask for a distinguished lecturer as well. So we will provide you. We'll provide you that funding. And also you work closely with your regional coordinator. One of your regional coordinators is Professor Chinmoy Saha from India. He's an amazing person. Just reach out to him for anything that you need. We will try our best to provide the help that you need. And we also started a very new program recently, and I want all of you to know about it. It's called Student Ambassador Program. Student Ambassador Program is that, suppose now you have joined a MTT-S chapter, and then you built a first MTT-S chapter in your area, and then you are a member now MTT society. Then If you go and tell your friends at BUET and other Kuwait and other places that, you know what, I have joined this society and it has been an amazing experience. I'm sure that you are going to have an amazing experience. Go and tell them and ask them to join. Maybe they will hear, because the people like to hear from their peers, not from old people like us, telling them what to do. So we will provide you funding for the local travel so that you can go and meet them. Maybe an Uber or maybe a taxi, or just maybe a train ride to your nearby place. So you can do that. We'll provide the funding so that you can actually reach out to our people. And about the fellowship, we have undergraduate fellowship, right? That Nuno was mentioning. We have 20 of them. Every year, 2 batches we give. I think one of the deadline for undergraduate fellowship application is coming up in October is the deadline. So all of you, whoever is working in this area, you should think about applying, because at that time we are going to give 10 such fellowship, $1,500 plus we'll pay for you to travel to US and get the award and meet people at the IIS. IMS is one of the largest microwave conference in the world, International Microwave Symposium. There are more than 10,000 people come there. And of that, there will be about 1,900 to 2,000 booths of all the industry, microwave industry. They come and you talk to them and you actually say, maybe they also recruit. So you're getting a job in microwave industry enhances when you come to these kind of places. So we have the opportunity. And then the bad part is, I sometimes sit in those committees and for selection, and we do not get enough applications from our part of the world. That is, India, Bangladesh, those areas. And we scratch our heads, say that why people are not applying. So, but just paying $1 to become MTT member, right now there is a 50% discount as well, 50 cents. If you go and drink a coffee from Starbucks, it costs more than $3. But to become an MTT member, it costs only $1 or less. So you should think about, you should tell your friend, they should think about why they're not becoming members, why they're leaving out all these opportunities. If you're a graduate student, you can also apply. We give $6,000 as a graduate fellowship award. When I was a graduate student, I actually got that. At that time, it was $5,000. And we used to give less number. At that time, only 3 around the globe they used to give. I was very fortunate to get that. But that was amazing, because $5,000 to get as a graduate student and no strings attached, that was huge help. And then they will also invite you to come to IMS and collect the award at that time. We'll pay for your travel. And to attain such awards, and if you're working in the Medicare field, we have 2 such awards. So there is a lot of opportunities for you to think about when you are actually joining our society. So you have already joined in. If I see 48 members in this call right now. So, but number of MTT members are not 48 in your chapter. So I'm going to ask all of you that if you have joined this call, why aren't you members? You need not have to work in the area of directly in the microwave. The reason is our field of interest is so large nowadays. People are working on AI, ML. We also have AI and ML in microwaves. We have so much of interdisciplinary work that is going on. If you're working on, if you're mechanical, recently a mechanical engineer, graduate student from UCLA, came to me and became MTT member. Because when you are building a system, a microwave system, we also need mechanical engineers. We need thermal engineers. I work in space industry. I work for NASA. So there, we see the interdisciplinary work that goes on. We need everyone on the same, and more interaction we have with people with other expertise, that is better for us. So even if you're not working, if you're in aeronautics, studying aeronautics, mechanical, electrical, aerospace engineering, if you are working in chemical engineering, we need chemical engineers as well. All these microwave circuits that you make, patch antenna that you do, at the end of the day, what do? You'll have to actually etch the copper away in ferrichloride. So that is chemical engineering as well. So anyone, our tent is big enough for everyone to join it. So please come and join us, and you grow your membership, ask for funding. Do not be shy. Do not be shy of asking. Ask for funding. Whenever you have some idea that you want to work on, ask for some funds, because you need some funds to organize something. And as Nunu was mentioning about MapCon, MapCon is a great event. So all of you, that actual deadline for paper submission is 31st of July, but I'm going to tell you, don't spread the word that we are going to extend the submission deadline by at least you will have a little bit more time. So if you are thinking of submitting a paper, this is the time. Go ahead and submit a paper, come over for the conference. On top of that, if you are an early career PhD student, what does it mean? It means that suppose you are first or second year PhD student, we have a program called PhD Student Initiative. So go to the MapCon website, just type MapCon MTT-S, you will find the website. It's very easy to find. There you will find there is a PhD Student Initiative. Apply for that, because we are going to be, if you don't have a paper, then we will pay your travel expenses to bring you to MapCon so that you can see what goes on in a conference like this. You will, do networking. Last year, we actually had about 100 PhD students, 100 PhD students. Unfortunately, no one from Bangladesh applied. So I hope that this time, many of you are going to apply for that PhD Initiative Fellowship so that you can travel to India. If you have any visa issues, reach out to us. We are actually working with Government of India to make sure that each and every student who apply from whichever country they are from, they can come to India and get their visa. Contact us early, we can do that. So I will be very happy to see many of you at MapCon, because it will be an amazing experience for all of you. So again, as Nuno mentioned, reach out to Nuno, reach out to me anytime. I know I have my phone number so that people contact me on WhatsApp as well. So no problem. Same with Chinmoy. Please reach out to us for anything and grow your society, grow your chapter. If you need any help, we are here to provide you that. And I'm sure all of us will thrive together. That's the idea of this. I met your faculty as advisor at IMS, and it was such an amazing experience to talking to him. Because we come from the same kind of neighborhood, we grew up in the similar environment, so we connect very fast. But you'll see that not only about our cultural heritage and background, it's about the work heritage as well. Bangladesh has done amazing work in the past. Dhaka University is one of the biggest place for education and advancement of science and technology. So we are really proud that you all joined us, and hopefully together we'll scale bigger heights. Thank you very much.
Presentation, as well as for your inspirational, motivational speech as well. So definitely we would, as a chapter, we need a lot of help, and we need also support. I'm sure like Dr. Gautam and Professor Nuno will provide us huge support to grow our society. Now at this point, I would like to request Dr. Chinmoy Saha. He's a IEEE MTT-S Region 10 coordinator. Unfortunately, he's traveling right now from Portland, Oregon to India. Dr. Chinmoy Saha did his PhD in radio physics and electronics from University of Kolkata. He's currently working as an associate professor in the Department of Avionics, Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. As I mentioned before, he's the current MTT-S Region 10 coordinator. He provided me his slide, so that I'm going to share his slide to the audience, and he requested me to go through his slide. Can you see the slides? Okay, all right. So Dr. Chinmoy Saha provided this slide. As he is not present, so I'm going to present his slide. So he provided us some congratulatory messages. He told us on behalf of the MTT-S Region 10, I would extend the heartiest congratulations to Dr. Mahmoudul Islam and his student member at Dhaka University of Bangladesh for forming the brand new of MTT-S chapter in Dhaka University, the first one in Bangladesh. And we are proud to have our footprints in Bangladesh. On behalf of the society and my personal behalf, I'd like to convey that your chapter will receive all supports from the society leaders, regional coordinator and MTT-S coordinator for various events and initiatives of your chapter. Region 10 is the largest region of MTT-S society in terms of membership strength, number of chapters, and one of the very dynamic one with a lot of enthusiastic young leaders and volunteers. I believe that under the leadership of the chapter officer and faculty advisor, your chapter will grow and receive attention of the entire MTT-S fraternity very soon. Then he asked us like to submit papers. As already Gautam mentioned, Dr. Gautam mentioned that MapCon is going to held in India, and as we already know, the deadline is going to be extended. So we need to, if you are interested, please submit the paper. As well as he told us from the chapter chair meeting, we can get some support for travel related support, and definitely we need to submit articles, and they can provide like a lot of supports for that. And we need to like help them to grow this particular MapCon. In some cases, like Bangladesh can also be a part of the MapCon, and we can arrange this type of conference in our country as well. And he told us that like we can also share, as Professor Nuna already said, we can share this particular inauguration into the Microwave magazine. So we can write some article about that, or the news about the recent inauguration of our chapter. With this, I would like to conclude about Dr. Chinmoy Saha's presentation. Now at this point, I would like to request our Vice Chair, MD Shafkat Hussain, to talk about some of the research activities that's going on in our department as well as in the student branch chapter. Shafkat, can you please present?
Good evening. My name is Mohammad Shafkat Hussain, and I'm the Vice Chair of the Microwave Theory and Technology Society, Student Branch Chapter, University of Dhaka. When it comes to the research activities in our university and in our department, our main focus was on remote sensing using microwave Doppler radar. Although this field has very vast potential, but in our university, this hasn't been explored that much. The biosensing research group of our university has been conducting research on various topics. One of our earliest research work was on non-contact vital signs monitoring using microwave Doppler radar, where we measured the heart rate and breathing rate of subjects in various positions. We tried to compare the results with that of an ECG machine, a traditional method of vital signs monitoring. We tried to extend this work by introducing the obstacles like brick walls and this type of research work is very effective for scenarios like earthquake and where people need to be rescued from under the rubbles. We didn't stop at only human subjects. We also tried to explore small conscious animals like chicken. We measured the vital signs of broiler chickens using the microwave Doppler radar and measured their heart rate and breathing rate. This particular research work is very important for our country that for our country, so we can for industry, poultry industry, this particular research work is very crucial. We also tried using soil, measuring the soil moisture using microwave Doppler radar, where the using the phase differences between the transmitter and receiver, we tried to measure the soil moisture level. As the soil gets wetter, the phase difference increases, and we can measure the soil moisture. Our other research activities include heart rate variability based non-contact obstructive sleep apnea events classification using Doppler radar, and also isolating independent respiratory patterns from multiple subjects. Currently, we're working on non-contact building occupancy estimation and heart rate variability based identity authentication. I hope with the introduction of this society, more students will be encouraged to work and innovate in this field of microwave. And it is my pleasure to for getting to give a speech in this grand inauguration ceremony. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shamkat. Now I would like to request Faria Rahman, who is the Assistant Program Coordinator, to talk about the mission and vision of our newly launched student branch. Faria Rahman.
Good evening. I'm Faria Rahman, an Assistant Program Coordinator of IEEE MTT-S Student Branch. We have started our journey on 6 July. Since then, we have launched in-person meeting to share our ideas and knowledge. Here we see a captured moment showing past events. The members themselves represent a diverse group of individuals, each bringing their unique personality and passion to the meeting. We can say that there are lively talks going on. Some people are taking notes while others are listening closely. There is a tangible feeling of participation and the environment is energetic. Next, from the next photograph, we see our ExCom members are taking pictures in front of our departments. Next, I will elaborate our future goals. Our acclaimed IEEE MTT-S student branch has a strong vision and set of objectives. We are committed to learning more about and making progress in the interesting field of microwave technology and other relevant fields like radio frequency, microwave, terahertz technology, radar, wireless sensing, non-contact sensor, signal processing, and telecommunications. As we set out on this adventure, we are dedicated to creating an active community of people who are passionate about innovation and education. First and foremost, our primary goal is to create a platform that encourages collaboration and knowledge sharing among our members. We wish to collaborate with fellow technology professionals. The field of microwave engineering is vast and dynamic, and we firmly believe that together we can achieve much more than as individuals. But by organizing workshops, seminars, and interactive sessions, we aim to create an environment where ideas flow freely and where every member's unique perception contributes to a richer understanding of the subject. We will actively support projects that explores novel application, design techniques, and methodologies that push the boundaries of this technology. We believe that by nurturing a culture of curiosity and experiments, we can unlock new possibilities that have the potential to shape the future. We are committed to sharing our knowledge and passion with the broader community, including students from various disciplines, schools, and backgrounds. By organizing outreach programs, we aspire to spark curiosity and interest in microwaves, inspiring the next generation of engineers and scientists to explore this exciting field. We will also serve as a platform for professional development. We aim to equip our members with the skills and tools necessary to excel in their academic and professional pursuits. Through skill building, workshops, industrial visits, and networking events, we will provide our members with valuable experiences that complement their formal education and make them more marketable in the job section. In conclusion, we can say that we are not just a society, it's a community driven by passion, curiosity, and the desire to make a positive impact. Together, we will explore the fascinating world of microwaves, conduct groundbreaking research, and empower the next generation of leaders in this field. Our IEEE MTT-S student branch has made in enhancing public interactions through digital media. Our websites serve as a hub of information where visitors can explore our activities, events, and projects. As we are new, we are trying our best to develop it further. Through an intuitive user interface, we have ensured that anyone can access valuable resources related to microwave technology and stay updated on the latest developments. Social media platforms have been instrumental in flying our reach and impact. By actively maintaining accounts on Facebook, LinkedIn, we connect with a diverse audience of students, professionals, and industry experts worldwide. We see respective addresses of these platforms. Our social media presence enable us to foster a sense of community, encouraging discussions and knowledge sharing in real time. Thank you.
Thank you for your nice presentation. Now, as IEEE MTT-S is under the umbrella of IEEE student branch at Dhaka University, at this point, I would like to request 𝐵𝐄𝐄𝐄 Kaushik, who is the secretary of the IEEE student branch DU, to talk about different activities of the IEEE student branch. 𝐵𝐄𝐄𝐄 Kaushik, please go ahead.
So good evening, everyone. Am I audible and is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you so much to give me the floor, and it's really a great pleasure for me to present IEEE Student Branch University of Dhaka. So it was in 2015 when we established our student branch University of Dhaka, and it was the 14th student branch of under the IEEE Bangladesh section and Region 10, actually in Bangladesh section. And those are the founding counselor, founding chair, and founding secretary, Atikur Rahman Ahad sir, Jahidul Islam sir, and Walid bin Habib bhai. And Walid bin Habib is currently he is the student activity chair of IEEE PACE Region 10. And here is the total T diagram of our IEEE Student Branch University of Dhaka, including there are total 7 societies, including IEEE WI and Abdul site, and IEEE MTT-S is the new addition of this. We have currently totally of more than 120 plus members, including 92 student members and 12 graduate members here. And we got this data from IEEE OU Analytics. Here are some moments that what we have enjoyed from the last years. Here are some orientation programs, some inauguration programs, some different societies, and some reach out programs and others. And here's the most interesting part of our student branch, that is the outreach program of IEEE student organized by IEEE Student Branch University of Dhaka in Savur Cantonment School and College by some of the experts of Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering and Department of Robotic and Mechatronic Engineering to teach the school-going students the basics of Arduino and others. And here is the part of the celebrating of IEEE Day 2022. Last year, we have been awarded the prestigious IEEE Regional Exemplary Student Branch Award 2022. And also, our IEEE WE is the best, or it can be said the outstanding student branch affinity group under the IEEE Bangladesh section. And here are some moments that we have organized the membership campaigns in 2023. Here are some online and offline events organized by some of our some alumni and senior teachers. And here's the most interesting part and most interesting webinar of IEEE Student Branch University of Dhaka, that is known as 2 পৃষ্ঠার বিশেষজ্ঞ, and it is actually it's a podcast type program that the alumni and the senior students will share their experience to the juniors and motivate them. This was the program that the job opportunities of and the challenges of IEEE in Bangladesh in the power sectors, and it was organized by 2 field engineers. And here's the meet and greet program that recently we have organized using organizing by IEEE Student Branch University of Dhaka, including all the members, all the society members and ex-coms and others. We last year and this year actually we have organized 3 important events, and what it can be said that some important competitions, and one of them is the IEEE Women's Special Competition, the Ideas for Life, and actually it is an Ideathon program by IEEE SITE Student Branch University of Dhaka, and this was presented by IEEE Electron Device Society as a poster competition on the transistors and others. In future, we have some program and we have some plan to organize some programs on IEEE organized by IEEE Student Branch University of Dhaka, some outreach program, some workshop on VLSI technology, and some other technical webinars and sections. And also we have a plan to organize to initiate the IEEE newsletter. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, 𝐭𝐻𝐫𝐚𝐧𝐝 Kaushik, for your nice presentation. So with this, I would like to conclude today's program, and thank you again for attending this event. And my sincere gratitude goes to the respected guests for their presence, and we look forward to seeing you all in the next event of IEEE MTT-S Student Branch Chapter Due. And with this, I would like to conclude. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Gautam. Yeah.